Hey, this is John. Chances are if you're watching this movie, you already know me, so we'll skip the formalities. Learning guitar can be a very exciting experience. It may seem, at first, that it's really involved, but playing guitar is a simple and wonderful way of expressing yourself. Here's Billy Bob with some tips on how to start.
If you'll note, my feet are flat on the floor. I'm using a footrest or footstool to prop up the guitar on my leg. That's so I have a nice angle for my hand and I don't have to be moving around too much or keeping the guitar real low and making an awkward angle for my wrist. You'll notice that my left leg is generally flat. You don't want a chair that's too low or too high. That way you'll end up with back problems. Let's see, as far as my shoulders are concerned, they're nice and relaxed. They're not all tensed up. I'm not slouching too much over the guitar to look at what I'm doing. I'm not leaning back too much. My back is nice and straight. Another good thing to note is the fact that there's some space here between my chest and my elbow. My elbow isn't going to be sticking up real far like that. It's not going to be crammed in against my body like that. It's got nice free range of movement if we need to move it. Another thing you'll notice is my right arm is resting on the lower bout of the guitar. You don't want to end up having to hold the guitar that way. Generally, mine slips a little bit because the neck's heavy, but generally you want it to just rest there lightly to keep the guitar in place. Another good pointer to have, a lot of the pros use, is when you're playing, generally just keep a light smile on your face. It relaxes your whole body. It looks really good for stage presence, and you'll find that it just makes you less tense and less nervous.
In order to start using your guitar, you've got to make sure it's tuned. Here's how to do it. Start with the E. If it's right, if it's in tune, it should match the low E on the keyboard. Hold down the 5th fret on the 6th string and play the next string. They should have the same pitch. Do the same for the next string. And the next. Then for the next one, for the 4th string, use the 4th fret. And for the last 2 strings, use the 5th fret again. If all the notes sound the same, if they're all the same pitch, then you're in business. And if you really want to get fancy, play a G chord, just to make sure it sounds right. A guitar can be a fascinating instrument. There's a lot of intricacies about it, but really, it's as simple as learning any instrument. It's just how you take the time to devote to it and practice with it. There are 2 primary scales that we use in guitar class. First, there's the chromatic scale. There's also the enharmonic scale, which increases a half step. Guitar chords are also really fun. Here's a couple. After learning proper posture and chords, you'll be able to start playing songs using the chord progressions that you learned. Here's Greensleeves. Alas, my love, you belong to cast me off discourteously, and I have loved you so long, delighting in your company. Green sleeves was all my joy. Green sleeves was my delight. Green sleeves was my heart's abode, and oh, but my green sleeves.